One of Sandvik's entities, Wolfram und Hütten, is specialized in recycling of cemented carbide and manufacturing of tungsten carbide powder.
Wolfram is one of the biggest producers of tungsten worldwide. And one of the key elements to reach such a position is to have access to raw materials. We use primary raw materials, which is tungsten concentrate being produced in mines all over the world, including our own mine in Mittersill here in Austria. We also use secondary raw materials, and that are tools made out of cemented carbide and used in the machining of different applications. But as soon as those tools has lost their cutting-edge properties, they can no longer be used for machining. But the tool as such still contains a lot of value and high-value materials. So the sooner such tools can actually be put back into the raw material supply chain, that value can be realized. And that is why we have developed our recycling process here at Wolfram.
Since a couple of years we have developed now an own process for recycling of hard scrap. It's mainly done in-house by our own technicians together with production. And the key element of our process is that after an initial crushing of the material, we completely digest and dissolve the tungsten in a liquid. We have several chemical purification steps which enable us to produce an intermediate which is called APT, which has the same purity and the same physical properties like material which is stemming from our own mine here in Mittersill.
We also take care of the additional elements in the cemented carbide. And the cobalt we send to an external third party, the world's biggest producer of cobalt, and they recycle it and send it back to the original customers for reuse in their production.
Looking on recycling, I think there will be an increased awareness about the value of recycling in the full cemented carbide industrial chain. The customers, they are tool producers, and they have to get the knowledge that the carbide which is stemming from our recycling process has the same physical and chemical properties, high-grade properties compared to our own material. So I think it's important also to provide this knowledge to the tool producers.
The finished powder is finally sieved, filled into drums, and transported back to the customer. And the recycling loop is closed.
From an environmental aspect, there is also a huge advantage to recycling. Energy consumption is much less when using secondary raw material compared to using primary raw materials, where you have to mine and ore dress the concentrate first before they are being used.
So there is a huge potential to recycle even more, especially here in Europe and US.
And the more you recycle, the more you save the world's natural resources.
Recycling of cemented carbide is of increasing importance to Sandvik. It's critical to the raw materials supply and plays a large part in making Sandvik an even more sustainable company.